Discover how to turn your introverted nature into a networking advantage at corporate events. Learn to forge meaningful connections while remaining authentic. Ready to unlock your networking potential as an introvert? Let's begin. At networking events, small talk can be draining for introverts. These conversations often lack depth, making them feel unproductive. To make them more meaningful, transition smoothly from casual topics to deeper discussions. For example, if someone mentions their weekend, ask about their favorite books or movies. Use open-ended questions to steer the conversation towards topics that are more intellectually stimulating and satisfying for both parties. Remember, most people like discussing their passions, which can lead to more engaging and fulfilling interactions. For introverts, large groups at networking events can be overwhelming. Instead of trying to join big groups, focus on individuals or smaller gatherings. Approach them with a friendly greeting and a relevant question about the event. Smaller, more intimate interactions are less draining and more conducive to meaningful connections. Remember, in networking, quality is more important than quantity. Aim to build a few deeper relationships rather than meeting many people. This approach is more rewarding and manageable, making the event enjoyable and fruitful for introverts. Initiating conversations at networking events can be daunting for introverts. To ease this, prepare some conversation starters related to the event, current affairs, or personal interests. This preparation provides a guide to break the ice. When approaching someone, begin with a friendly smile and a simple introduction. Make observant comments about something they're wearing or holding to create a more personal interaction. The aim is not to impress but to form a genuine connection. Most people are open to friendly approaches, so take a deep breath and make the first move. This strategy helps reduce anxiety and facilitates smoother conversations. To maintain a conversation, focus on active listening and genuine interest. Ask follow-up questions based on the other person's responses to keep the dialogue flowing. Share relevant personal experiences, balancing talking and listening. Have backup topics ready, such as industry trends or light-hearted subjects, for when the conversation wanes. Effective conversation involves active participation, knowing when to speak, listen, and letting the conversation evolve naturally. This approach helps avoid awkward silences and creates enriching interactions for both parties. When exiting a conversation, especially if needing a break as an introvert, be polite and positive. Say something like, "It's been great talking with you about the topic." If at an event, mention needing to see another speaker or meet someone. Suggest keeping in touch, like connecting on LinkedIn to signal interest in future conversations. This approach makes your exit feel more like a pause, leaving a positive impression and maintaining the potential for ongoing interactions. Online networking offers a comfortable alternative for introverts, but it requires a strategic approach. Start by following industry leaders and influencers, engaging authentically with their content. Comment thoughtfully or ask questions to initiate conversations. Join professional groups and participate in discussions to connect with like-minded individuals. This approach is less intimidating and allows for thoughtful communication, playing to an introvert's strengths. Use the ability to think before you respond to craft meaningful interactions and gradually grow your network. Online platforms like LinkedIn provide a vast network of professionals, making it easier to connect and interact at your own pace. After networking, follow up by sending a personalized message or email within a day or two. Reference a specific part of your conversation, like, "I enjoyed our discussion about the topic. Your insights were interesting." This shows genuine engagement. Suggest the next step, such as sharing a related article, asking a follow-up question, or proposing a virtual meetup. Keep your communication concise and friendly. This follow-up solidifies the connection and sets the stage for a valuable professional relationship. The aim is to keep the door open for future interactions and opportunities, making the most of the connections you've made. In conversations, balance listening and speaking by actively listening and sharing your thoughts. Prepare talking points about your interests or work. Encourage the other person to share, then build on their ideas, creating a balanced dialogue. Remember, conversations are two-way. Your insights are valuable, so confidently contribute while appreciating others' input. This ensures a harmonious exchange, making the conversation enriching for everyone. In networking, facing disinterest or rejection is common, especially for introverts. If a conversation isn't engaging, politely end it and refocus on more reciprocal connections. View these instances as learning opportunities, but remember, not every interaction will click. It's not always about personal compatibility. Sometimes it's just not the right match. Keep reaching out and stay true to yourself. The right connections will appreciate your unique contributions. Networking is a mix of persistence and finding the right fit. When networking outside your industry, feeling like an outsider is common, especially for introverts. To overcome this, research the industry to understand key trends and challenges. This knowledge boosts confidence and aids conversation. At events, be open about your background and frame it as a chance for mutual learning. Express curiosity about the new industry. Most people are happy to share their expertise. This turns unfamiliarity into an advantage, showcasing your interest in broadening your horizons. Diverse networks are valuable, so embrace stepping into new areas. Articulating your professional value in networking can be challenging for introverts. To avoid feeling like you're boasting, prepare a concise, authentic narrative about your career. Focus on your unique skills and achievements. Develop a brief elevator pitch that naturally highlights these aspects and practice it for comfort. It's not boasting, but rather giving a clear picture of your professional self. In conversations, integrate these narratives smoothly, like mentioning a skill and its impact in your role. This way, you can confidently showcase your strengths without feeling overbearing. Remember, your professional worth is important, so be prepared to express it effectively. To build lasting professional relationships, consistent communication is essential, even for introverts. Plan regular check-ins like a quarterly message to stay in touch. Share professional updates and show interest in your contact's progress. Occasionally, send them relevant articles or resources. Meeting up, virtually or in person, also helps maintain a more personal connection. Aim for mutual exchange where both sides benefit. By regularly showing interest and adding value, you'll develop a network of strong, supportive professional relationships. Remember, regular, thoughtful contact is key to nurturing these connections. Virtual networking events, while challenging for introverts, offer unique opportunities. They allow participation from your own space and more control over interactions. To make the most of these events, actively engage in chats, ask questions during Q&A sessions, and join breakout rooms or discussion groups. After the event, follow up with individuals you found interesting with a personalized message or connection request, referencing specific event details. Being proactive and genuine in your interactions is crucial. These events can be less daunting and are an effective way to broaden your network from home. Networking can cause anxiety, especially for introverts. To manage this, set small, achievable goals for each event, such as having one meaningful conversation. Prepare conversation topics in advance to ease the pressure. Use mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or visualization to calm nerves. It's okay to take breaks to recharge. After events, reflect on what went well and areas for improvement, but avoid harsh self-criticism. Networking improves with practice, so be patient and celebrate small successes. Each step is progress towards more comfortable and effective networking. For introverts, it's essential to align networking with personal values. Identify what's important to you in professional relationships, like honesty or depth of conversation. Choose events, groups, and platforms that resonate with these values. Be authentic in interactions, sharing your genuine interests and listening sincerely. Good connections form when both parties feel authenticity and respect. Networking in line with your values not only makes you more comfortable, but also attracts like-minded contacts, leading to a more satisfying and effective networking experience. Remember, authentic connections are often the most rewarding. Embrace your introversion as a strength in networking. Each interaction is a step towards mastering this skill authentically. Remember, the depth and sincerity of your conversations often matter more than their quantity. Focus on building bridges that align with your true self, leading to meaningful connections in the corporate world. Let's redefine networking on our terms, valuing quality over quantity in every interaction.